Welcome back to another Table Talks. I'm your host, Joshua Kangley. And I know I say this all the time, but today is going to be an amazing show. Our guest today is a true guiding light. And I talk about this a lot, but I really want to hit home that message. And I think today our guest is going to help illustrate. You see, goodness is all around us. And though the media would have you believe otherwise, we all have much more in common than different. And God prevails, goodness prevails, and He uses our light to illuminate others. Our guest today is using her talent, her gifts, her passion, her story to help others into the light. Before we start, remember you can always go to www.guidinglights.org for more positivity, good news, and uplifting messages. That is www.guidinglights.org. Now, let's welcome our guest, Danielle Anderson. Danielle, hi, how are you? Welcome on into the show.
Thank you.
Danielle wrote a book called From Darkness to Light, and it's an Insider Weekly Best Inspirational Memoir of 2025, a Silver Global Book Awards winner, and #1 Amazon bestseller. It's a compelling memoir that chronicles her journey to find love, fulfillment, and spiritual alignment amid a life of ambition and personal struggles. It's a book she was called to write.
Hi, my name is Danielle Anderson. I live in Greensboro, North Carolina. I am a certified chef, pastry chef as well. I teach culinary arts. I'm the grandmother, but mother of three wonderful granddaughters that I love dearly. I'm an author, of course. I lead praise and worship at my church, as well as doing a whole lot of other stuff over the children's choir, different things. But most of all, I love God.
I asked Danielle to talk about how she came to writing a book about her journey.
Of course, I got a prompting from God that the book needed to be written. I wrestled with it for quite a bit of years because I didn't want things that I had been through, things that I had done, even myself in my past, to be exposed. But now I know that sometimes things have to be exposed in order for healing to take place. And that's not just for you, it's for other people as well.
I found that writing can be a very cathartic experience, a tool to help release inner feelings and thoughts, putting them out there. For myself, I found that writing allows me to analyze my thoughts, and it has been a tool for healing for me. It's why journaling is so helpful. I asked her for her thoughts about this and if she experienced this as she was writing her book.
It was, as I said, it was actually a healing. It was when my own life was transformed because we, as humans, a lot of time tend to suppress things and hold things. And I have learned through the years that holding things in is not necessarily a good thing because I ended up with cancer, sarcoidosis, and learned that both cancer and sarcoidosis stems from stress, stems from things that we, hold in. And when I began to write, God just began to reveal because some things I had forgotten about, some things I had tried so hard to keep the mask on because that's what we do. We put on mask and, allow people to think that we're okay, but inside, really, we're not. So I found it to be a healing, not just to me, but to family members as well, because in writing the book, I wrestled with, like I said, allowing things in my past to come to light. And one of the reasons was because that meant that things were going to be exposed to my mom. There were some things that I went through, things that I did that my mom never knew.
Mhm.
And I'm 50 something years old now. And so what God had me to do was to send her the book and allow her to read it first. And when she called me back crying and said that the book had to get out because there was so many people that keep things hidden, keep things under wrap, and she felt like through the release of my book that it was going to help many people because she herself had been through some things that I didn't know anything about. And through reading my book, she was also healed from some things as well.
One of the common things that I've found throughout interviewing so many different people is that once they themselves break through that barrier or overcome that challenge or step across the side of whatever it is that's been holding them down, or as Danielle's title of the book says, go from darkness to light, they seek to help other people. And Danielle is no different with her book. So I asked Danielle if she ever thought she would be helping others in this way through her book.
Most definitely not. No, really. I was just obedient and wrote the book as God prompted me. Never in a million years. But what I said to him was, if I write it, if only one person's life is impacted, then I've accomplished what you know. And I got a phone call from one of the young ladies that went to church with me. We were pretty close. I thought we had a good relationship. And one day it was like she just disappeared right after I wrote the book. And I didn't know what happened. And she called me and let me know that she was okay, but she couldn't really tell me where she was. Then she sent me a letter and let me know that she had read my book and she had been in an abusive relationship for 20 years. And through her reading the book, she was able to walk away from that relationship and never turn back. So to me, that one person meant more to me than anything, just to know that those words that were written in the book and God made me realize that we read the Bible and our writings are just like the Bible. People can, we can look at the Bible and look at, what the disciples and the apostles and all of them went through. It's the same thing when we write our story. People can also be touched and impact through our stories.
Her book has not only helped herself and her family grow, but also readers who may have been experiencing similar situations. I asked Danielle what other feedback she's come across about her book and the acknowledgments that she's received.
For people to say, I was there, the book is me. Every word that I read, I could see myself. To me, that's an impact. And as I said, the friend that was able to walk away, but I also had a friend that wasn't able to walk away, and she lost her life. So sometimes I think maybe if I would have wrote it earlier, or maybe if I wouldn't have waited, or contemplated, or maybe it could have impacted her as well. But then I think you know everything is done in God's timing. Just got the phone call that for the second time I received the Global Book Award. It's been Amazon #1 bestseller 4 or 5 times now. Also, Insider Weekly, I received a 2025 Best Inspirational Book Award.
For those listening who are interested in Danielle's book, maybe going through a challenging time right now, I asked Danielle where we could find her book. And since her agent was there with us, she provided all the information. And I'll make sure to leave all the links in the show notes of this episode.
That would be Ellie's spot.
All right. So I'm Ellie. I am Danielle's agent, her book agent, and her book is available of course, on Amazon. You can find it on Barnes and Noble, Kobo, Hoopla, Amazon, Apple Books, Google Books, pretty much any platform that sells books. So it's pretty much available on most online book platforms. If you want a physical copy, it would be purchased through Amazon.
As we wrap the conversation up, I asked Danielle if there's anything else on her mind or anything else she would like to say to listeners.
To men and women, fathers make the daughters. So, guys, it's time to step up and really step into that fatherhood role so that your daughters won't go through some of the same things that I went through. Because I found myself um, as a young girl seeking for that love that I was missing from my father. And in turn, seeking for that love from him, I was accepting what I thought was love from other people that ended up being tumultuous to my life. And not just my life, we have to remember that the things that we do not only affect us, but it affects others around us and it affects generations. So now I can even see my own daughter in some of the situations that I was in, and her father was not in her life as well. So, dads, please step up and do what you got to do so that your daughters and your sons can get to those places that they really need to be.
Again, Danielle, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you as well.
I really hope you enjoyed that conversation. For me, it's why I do the show. Danielle is a perfect example of a guiding light. And that's what this show is all about. That's what I'm all about, is keeping the conversation going, shining a light on people who are out there using their God-given talents, passions, and gifts, and sometimes personal stories and experiences to help other people. That's what I want to talk about. That's what's important to me. And it's not an easy thing to bare your soul like that into a book, telling your personal story, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's hard to do. But Danielle has done it because she overcome something that many people don't overcome and have a hard time doing it. So a big thank you to Danielle for being on the show with us today, spending her time and sharing her story. And I encourage all of you listening to pick up her book. And if you know someone going through a hard time, pick up that book for them. And I just want to say thank you all for listening today. I hope you enjoyed the conversation, and I hope that it was a guiding light in your life today. I will leave links in the description to where you can find out more about Danielle and where you can find her book. That's it for today's show. Until next time, live well. And if you have an opportunity, be the light for somebody else.